Welcome to day 3 of Off the Show Floor, where we talk about all the news and gossip from ASI San Diego. We've got Michelle Bell here, editor of Supplier Global Resource. Michelle, another fun night last night?
Another fun night last night. I'm dying. My hair hurts.
Okay, glad to hear it.
That's her typical line.
I know.
So you got to come up with something else.
Andy Cohen, editor of Counter Magazine.
I'm doing great. I was at the Padres game last night with Michelle.
Very nice.
And we had a blast.
At Petco Park.
Petco Park, that's right.
Very cool, right in the Gaslamp District. Couldn't have a better location.
No, right across the street. It sounds great.
And of course, we heard an amazing performance by Wayne Brady. Very, very funny. You guys missed out. He was awesome.
We did miss it, but...
Well, we are honored today to be joined by Mark Graham, who, yes, we're not worthy because you are the Distributor Entrepreneur of the Year.
Yes.
You were honored Wednesday night at the Counter Awards. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Were you surprised when you learned of this honor?
Very surprised. I mean, to think that ASI would want to give someone like me this award, it's unbelievable.
Well, you know, we heard a little bit about how you started your company the other night at the awards, but you did not start out in this business, correct?
Well, when I graduated from college, I was 22 years old and I got into the finance field. So I thought when I graduated that it was time to get a real job and to go down and get a suit and tie on.
So you're going to be like Gordon Gekko.
Gordon Gekko. Gordon Gekko, right? That's what all the serious kids did, right? So I got a job on we call it Bay Street. It's the equivalent of Wall Street in New York, and I hated it.
And you probably couldn't dress like this.
Well, I that was probably the problem. I showed up like
he
this.
Had a tie. See, he's got a tie going there,
I didn't have a jacket on. But so I went there, and I was always an entrepreneurial kid. I had the lemonade stand. I had a window cleaning franchise. I ran a student newspaper, and I just loved the idea of selling to people. And I think that's why finance was tough for me. It was good to learn the spreadsheets and cash flow and understand how a business worked, but at the end of the day, it just wasn't.
Was there any light bulb moment where you're like, all right?
Where you're like, I am out of here.
You know, it was interesting. I think that I was looking for, I was a kid without any savings or very modest savings. So I knew that I wanted to get into a business for myself, but I knew that I didn't have the ability to attract capital because I was young, naive, didn't have experience, and who's going to lend a kid money when they're starting up a business? So I looked at this space because it had low barriers to entry, which can be good and bad, of course.
Sure.
But it also represented a huge opportunity to differentiate oneself through the web, which was a burgeoning thing at the time, design, marketing, and those are all things that I was very interested in. And I looked out at this massive industry, lots of different people that were in it. It was very fragmented, but it didn't really seem like the industry really got those particular aspects that I was very interested in. So the rest is history. Got into the space.
Found your niche.
I enjoyed sales, I enjoyed design, I enjoyed technology, and kind of mixed the three together, and here we are.
That's great. Now, I know you're also speaking. You've been speaking this week at the ASI Show San Diego. One of your sessions was 20 hot marketing ideas in 60 minutes, is that right?
Yes, it's...
Give us a couple of hot
not much
ones.
time for
Well, you know, it's tough. If you think about that, it's 20 divided by...
3 minutes per
That's
idea.
right. I know that from my finance background, not bad on math.
How'd you swing that one?
So 3 minutes, and it was interesting. I had a little timer, and 3 minutes went by, and I had to move on to each and every one. So I divided this session into a few different themes. There were a few social media things that I spoke about: LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. Of course, those are low cost, if not no cost, and great ways to market yourself and differentiate yourself. So I spoke about those. It was interesting for me. I spoke about sample sales, and I asked people in the room, I said, how many people here have a sample sale to get rid of your discontinued product, the product that's just not selling, the stuff that's cluttering up your warehouse? And I think out of 60 people in the room, 3 people put their hand up.
Really?
And I said, everyone here should be doing a sample sale. It costs you nothing, it's a great way to connect with clients, and it's a great way to get rid of the clutter.
Gets people in.
Yeah.
You know, it just gets
I was really surprised by that. And then another big one, and we had just come off of our one recently, is an end user show. So we do those once or twice a year. And with the support of the right suppliers, you can really build fantastic relationships with prospects and with new clients. Suppliers love it. They're beating down our doors to come and exhibit, and the costs are quite modest. So so one of the things I was sharing with people, as I said, because of the success of our end user shows, we're actually starting to cut regular trade show budgets and put them into these end user shows where the story is all about right sleeve. There's not 14 other distributors that are exhibiting with the same product, and we are able to really curate that experience. And it's worked out very well for us. We've done it now for 4 years running. So.
Well, those are some great ideas, and we hope you'll be speaking at our shows again soon.
Yeah, thank you for the honor.
Thanks.
Here's the important question, though. He's got a little faux little tie clip
maybe
going
you
there
better turn toward the
with the
camera
name of his
so our
company. So I like the little
yes,
self-promo that he's got going here.
So I think that so we were speaking about this end user show. I don't know if Joe, you can get in here, but every year we have a uniform. So this was our uniform this year. And
very
so
cool.
for the men, we had this Mad Men Don Draper look going, and we had it at a
That's
nightclub. So it was funky.
What did the ladies wear?
The ladies wore a black shirt with a pearl design.
That's
it was
awesome.
really cool.
Nice.
Two color, lots of nice shading, and
Very
so all the
Benny
women had
Draper.
that.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that's very creative.
So it was very clear who the staff at Right Sleeve were, and it was a fun way of playing
great.
things up.
Very
Sounds
cool.
like you guys have a great company culture.
Well, it's one of our competitive advantages in the marketplace. We like to think when it comes
Do you
to
have
selling
office
to our
cocktails
clients.
like in Mad Men?
Martinis?
We do.
I love
we do.
that
Let's
about
not
you.
give away the
It's,
secrets.
Yeah, Michelle's going to be putting in her application
Yeah,
any
that's
day.
right. That's
Beware.
right. We do have fun at the company. Certainly on Friday afternoons, if things are slow, we like to gather around a drafting table, open up some beer, some cocktails, and have a good time.
So we're invited for Friday afternoon?
anytime.
Ah,
We're not that
right,
far
there we
away
go.
from
Coming
Toronto,
to
right?
Canada.
Yeah.
Love Toronto.
Excellent.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations again, Distributor Entrepreneur of the Year.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Take
Mark.
care.
All right.
All right.
All right. Well, we are going to be joined by another
Oh.
guest in just a moment.
All right. Well, now you know what not to do. So.
Just go that way. Good job. All right. Well, he's a lot of fun.
I'm going to
Mark
probably
Graham.
break.
I love the idea that they don't take themselves too seriously. You know, you got to have some fun.
We're in a fun, creative industry.
Exactly. So he's got that little faux tie clip going, and he's wearing it to the trade show. I think that's cool. It's very cool.
Absolutely. All right.
Thanks very much. Enjoy. And,
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
See you later.
Okay, great.
It's our favorite Southern Belle.
Councilor Workman, who just happened to be lurking
We got all
around
sorts
the
of award winners around. It's great.
This is Kim
love
Newell, President of Worldwide, and congratulations, you are the Supplier Woman of Distinction this year. What a great honor.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored, and it's an amazing award to receive in an industry that's full of so many people that are talented and stuff. So I'm still in shock, and I'm still on cloud nine today, and just reeling from the events of Wednesday night.
That's
Cool.
great. Well, now you have an interesting background too, because you did not start out. You didn't start out in the industry either.
Right, that's right. I started in human resources, and I managed 5 offices across 4 different states.
For a
temporary,
staffing firm.
yeah, for a staffing firm. And so I traveled constantly, but I drove by car. Back then, they wouldn't let us fly anywhere, so we drove everywhere we went, and it's a different industry, it's a different market. There's things that I learned from that because I dealt with a lot of manufacturing companies while being involved in that, so it really helped with aspects of my job today. But it just wasn't really the career for me, and so Worldwide was one of my customers, and they offered me a position there, and I really started out at the bottom, and I knew I was starting my career over, and I was fine with that. I think
you knew it was where you wanted to
yeah,
be.
it was where I wanted to be, and you step into this industry, and it's one that you step into, and I think you never leave, and that's what I find amazing about it. And I find amazing that you have relationships with people all over the United States. I can be in little old Tennessee and have friends all over the world, and feel like you're interacting with them on a daily basis.
We speak to so many people, and it's the same story in the sense that it's just fun. The
Right.
industry is just fun, and everybody, like yourself and Mark, and everybody just has fun, and that helps everybody go to work every day.
Right,
I think
right.
that bears that out as well.
There's just a certain camaraderie between everybody and the people in this industry that, they really, whether they're your competitors or whether they're your customers, everybody just has a unique working relationship together, and everybody wants to help everybody, and you learn from each other. So
I think it's something about Tennessee. You people from Tennessee. You and Mr. Pounds.
yeah, Dan's just right down the road from us, and great guy and stuff. I'm not quite as fun as him, and nor as funny, so.
You know what? That's probably okay.
Yeah, it may be okay. Don't tell him that.
What's the biggest challenge for Worldwide this year? I know you guys are having a great year.
Yeah, we're having a good year, and I think the economy is still slow, and but we've been very fortunate that we put some things in place during the economy that normally our company would never do, like lower minimums and stuff like that. But we maintained our sales staff, we maintained our marketing, and so people recognize that, and it's really helped us when the economy has started to slightly turn around. So we've been very fortunate that we were able to maintain the relationships that we had during that time.
So Kim, other than winning the big award the other night, what was one of your favorite moments from the evening?
Really, it was just the whole event in itself. I mean, it was just an amazing thing, and it was surreal for me. And when I spoke, I was really almost emotional about it and stuff, because it was really just a moment that, something that I really wanted. And it wasn't just, there's awards and people know about them, but that was really something I aspired to achieve. And so to be in that moment and to receive that award was truly an honor for me, and something that I was so blessed and thankful for. So it was just, the whole night was surreal, and something I will never forget.
Yeah, I really like listening to the winners' acceptance speeches. They're short, but they do get emotional. And, you do have a feeling of, camaraderie. Like you said, there's 350 people in the room. They're all your peers. Right. And it's a really nice moment for everyone.
Well, it's amazing when your name gets called and people are stopping you, going up, and, you feel like a superstar, So it was just an amazing feeling, and something, I can't wait to share with my son and my husband, and and stuff. So I think it's just something I'll never forget.
Absolutely.
Well, congratulations again. We're honored to be able to honor you as the Woman of Distinction.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank
you.
Thank you, Kim.
All right, well, I think we have one more special guest. Who's one of our own, is that right?
One of our own, yes.
In just a moment, Nicole Rollander is going to join us. Now, Nicole is interesting. She came to us originally overseeing Wearables and Stitches magazine. Now she's taken on some new responsibilities and just oversees Stitches, but she's always kind of our fashion maven.
Fashionista?
She's our fashionista. She always tells us what's in style right now. For instance,
is this really what's in style?
She's got purple hair going.
Look at this ridiculousness.
And you're wearing a glove.
That's right.
And that's in style, or
what do you think?
I'm going to say yes, since you're wearing it.
Absolutely.
In like 1985 when Michael Jackson was doing the Grammys.
All right, so you're always on the tip of all the fashion trends. So what are the fashion do's and don'ts this spring, early summer?
Well, are we talking about real ones or ones that I'm making up?
The real ones, of course.
Well, the real ones.
Nicole, we're talking about whatever you want to talk about.
All right, well, I'll give you some real ones, and then we'll do some fun red carpet do's and don'ts you can guess.
Okay.
So some of the hot colors are purple. Purple is really hot.
Is that why your hair is purple?
No, but it's just purples, plums. But I actually saw this really fantastic jacket on the show floor today. It's actually in my fashion finds, and it's this sort of like almost liquid silk kind of fabric that's draping, and it's a plum color, and it's actually something that the designer saw in China, and so he brought it over here, and it's this amazing kind of drapey fabric. There's a lot of retail
something that I think would look great on Andy.
Our International Person of the Year the other night, Billy Dolan, was wearing a purple velvet jacket.
That. Ooh, that was very cool.
He looked like Grimace.
He was rocking the purple.
But in terms of
other trends?
Well, performance is really hot just because with cotton prices rising and apparel prices rising, as you guys
You've got to contain yourselves if we're going to move on, ladies.
The Grimace comment was fantastic. Well done.
So with people looking to invest their dollars wisely, they're investing in performance fabrics and stuff like that. So they're going a little bit higher end. And
absolutely.
Some other fun stuff. We're seeing more V-necks, raw edge, very vintagey looking stuff. Sequins, of course, are in. Embroidery is not as in demand as it was. People are going with heat transfers because it's a little bit more economical.
Direct garment printing stuff?
Absolutely, all the digital technologies.
Now what about, you were on the red carpet at the Council Awards the other night. What are some red carpet do's and don'ts for future award recipients?
let me quiz you guys. Okay. All right, here we go. Pantyhose.
In California, don't.
How about Spanx, Michelle?
Some people for sure should have.
And they have Spanx come in because not just women need them.
Manx, right?
Manx are very important.
I would say as long as...
Are they actually called Manx?
Yes.
As long as somebody can tell that you're wearing them under your clothes, I'd say that they're a big do.
Like a sausage in its casing.
Yeah.
You need to wear the appropriate size.
Okay.
What else?
How about airbrush tanning?
Well,
I mean, two of our editors, not that they'll be named, did airbrush before. Bake's out, right?
Bake is out.
Just like my dignity.
What else?
How about Kentucky Derby-esque style hats, like those big crazy hats?
I think the royal wedding
totally
really
do.
Those
I mean,
right? Yeah.
Totally.
So how about tiaras?
Totally don't.
Don't.
This isn't the 80s.
How about this? So Katy Perry had this Prince William manicure, just like on every one of her nails. You see that she had a different Prince William face.
Oh, that's a do.
Think so?
That's a do.
What kind of manicure do you have?
Prince William,
so you should go do that tonight.
Oh, mine's red, but I would not put faces on here. It would just be creepy with 10 little eyes staring back at you.
Would you put Grimace on your nails?
No, maybe the hamburger.
How about your favorite industry people, like the top?
Michael Bernstein.
You could have them on your.
Michael Bernstein.
So you would do it.
Give us one more do and we're out of time.
Okay, flowered maxi dresses.
Oh,
I don't even know what that is.
Do. Lots of them on the red. Yeah, lots of them on the red carpet.
We'll
last
be sure to
night.
put her picture up on the website because she wore a flowered maxi dress and
she rocked it.
She was hot.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, she's a hottie.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully, you'll be with us in Chicago when you can give us some more fashion.
And I'll be
do's
wearing
and
this
don'ts.
glove. But
all right, that's it for this episode of Off the Stove Floor.